The Rays and the Red Sox will get underway shortly, but first let's join the pregame ceremonies as the Red Sox commemorate the 125th anniversary of the club's first home game played on this date in 1901 at the Huntington Avenue grounds.
On May 8, 1901, 11,000 baseball fans packed into the Huntington Avenue grounds to see the Boston Americans play their first ever home game. To see Cy Young, in the prime of his career, be the first to take the mound at home for a brand new ball club. There was no Green Monster, no Sweet Caroline. The players wore blue socks and jerseys with no numbers on the back. Little did those 11,000 fans know what would become of this new American League team, as on this day 125 years ago, baseball in Boston would be forever changed. Just 2 years later, the Americans would capture the first ever World Series championship, and by the end of the decade, they had adopted a new name, the Boston Red Sox. Come 1912, the Red Sox moved into a brand new ballpark, the very place we join together tonight. There have been countless memories created over these past 125 years. 9 World Championships, 14 American League pennants. Thousands of ball players from all over the world have put on a Red Sox uniform, but only a few have been immortalized. The ones who we could never tell the story of 125 years without. The ones who Bostonians have fallen in love with, connected with to the degree that we could never see anyone else ever wear their numbers again. Here, the greatest hitter of all time set untouchable records and called Fenway Park home for parts of 4 decades. A kid from the West Coast became a superstar shortstop, player manager, and general manager. The best second baseman of his generation became a silent captain, a true teammate, and a feared competitor. And an undersized all-star infielder formed a bond with a ball club that spanned 7 decades. And who could have guessed that an under-the-radar free agent signing in 2003 would become the bat the Red Sox lineup built around for a decade and a half? A man from the Dominican Republic who knew exactly what it meant to be from Boston and exactly how to put that into words. 10 all-star selections in 14 seasons in Boston, unstoppable in the postseason and irreplaceable in our hearts. Please welcome 3-time World Series champion, number 34, Big Papi David Ortiz. Bringing David Ortiz to Boston was an idea that another Red Sox legend had. A man who knew he wanted to win, to break the curse of the Bambino here in Boston. An off-season acquisition who lived up to the hype and more. He spent 7 seasons as the Red Sox ace. He won back-to-back Cy Young Awards in 1999 and 2000 and posted 6 straight sub-3 ERA seasons. He controlled the strike zone with a fearless fastball and captured Red Sox Nation with an infectious smile. Please welcome Hall of Famer number 45, Pedro Martinez.
Hey.
While Pedro left a dent in the Red Sox record books, the star of the Boston infield a decade prior left more actual dents on the ballpark itself than anyone. Peppering the Green Monster from the left side en route to 5 batting titles in the 80s, fans simply referred to him as their guy. Please welcome the Chicken Man, number 26, Wade Boggs. Behind Boggs in left field for the 1986 team was another Hall of Famer, one who wore a Red Sox uniform for the entirety of his 16-year career. In 1978, he won the American League MVP, putting together one of the greatest seasons in Red Sox history, batting .315 with 213 hits, 46 home runs, 139 RBI in 163 games. An impactful player right from the get-go, he played a central role for the 1975 American League pennant winners in his rookie year. Please welcome number 14, Jim Rice. Was a rookie, the Red Sox already had a bona fide star behind the plate and in the heart of the lineup. An all-star his first 3 seasons in the big leagues, he had already collected a Rookie of the Year and Gold Glove Award when he delivered a moment so iconic that any Red Sox highlight reel would feel empty without it. Raised right here in New England, he set the standard for what it meant to be the Boston backstop. Please welcome the man we call Pudge, number 27, Carlton Fisk. To captain the 1975 team that featured Rice and Fisk was a man who was the favorite for an entire generation of Red Sox fans. A year after Ted Williams hung up his cleats, a young rookie from Long Island filled the vacancy in left field and picked up right where the splendid Splinter left off. Calling Fenway Park home for all 23 seasons of his illustrious career, he made 18 All-Star teams and won 7 Gold Gloves, 3 batting titles, an MVP, and the Triple Crown. No one has played more games, collected more hits, scored more runs, or captured as many hearts in Boston. Please welcome number 8, Carl Yastrzemski. We are honored you are all here tonight for our 125th anniversary, and we now invite you all to deliver a ceremonial first pitch. Okay, how about a pitch? Thank you.
What a terrific moment that is, to see those legends on the diamond all at the same time here at Fenway Park. And right around the corner, the first pitch of tonight's game, the Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays on a beautiful night, a Friday evening in Boston.
We never can expect what
Rays take two. Red Sox losers last night, falling behind but then battling back, only to lose the first game of the series 8-4. I don't know about you watching at home. That touched me in a big way to see those guys, those legends on the field all at the same time. And Lou, you grew up here as I did. You grew up a Red Sox fan from the day you were born. To see those guys and what they did on this field, bring back those memories, it gets you.
Played with a couple of those guys, played against Boggsy, but when you see Jim and Yaz and Pudge out on that field, growing up here, I mean, that's just history.
Just awesome to see the reference to all of their numbers retired as well. Let's go downstairs to Tom Caron before tonight's game.
Well, being here, Cedon Rafaela getting ready to go out on the field. Cedon, you've won 3 out of 4, and the defense team-wide has been outstanding. Is this team playing as good a brand of defense as you've seen?
Of course, I think we're doing a pretty good job on controlling the defensive side of the game, and we're going to keep doing that and then play our best defense we can.
Last year in July, wearing green, Tampa Bay, you hit a walk-off home run, part of that 10-game winning streak, a special moment. Does this team have a run like that in them? Can this team put together something?
I mean, of course. We've been 3 out of 4, and we've been swinging the bat well, and we're just going to keep playing ball, and then the results are going to be there.
Special night with a lot of history here. Go make some. Have fun.
Thank you.
Cedon Rafaela getting to work, guys, as we go back upstairs to you.
TC, thank you very much. By the way, Pedro Martinez will be joining us in the second inning here in the booth as we give a look at the Rays lineup presented by Xfinity. Yandy Diaz, who came up with his 1,000th career hit last night, still one of the more underrated players in baseball. He'll lead it off. Caminero, of course, 10 home runs. He's only 22 years old. He's proving to be a superstar. Chandler Simpson in left field has 12 stolen bases, a team that really likes to run.
Here, the Red Sox starting pitcher presented by BuyAToyota.com. It's a 24-year-old Connolly Early, looking to rebound after what was our toughest start in his career, but still 7 starts in, 2.2. The ERA still 3.79. As for his arsenal, kind of leans on that 4-seam fastball. It's going to sit around 94. Changeup's a good one. Sinker. Curveball's a little different this year. We'll get into that a little bit later on, but looking to rebound here against this lineup. Defensively for the Boston Red Sox, brought to you by Car Shield. Caleb Durbin will be at third base with Story and Meyer up the middle. Contreras at first. The outfield left to right is Duran, Rafael, and Abreu with Carlos Narvaez doing the catching.
Umpires for tonight's game presented by M&T Bank. Steve Yashinsky has home plate. DJ Rayburn at first. Tyler Jones at second. Sean Barber makes the decisions at third. We're available to telecast. Can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. And the weather, it's a gorgeous night. Temperature right now at 57, clear skies. I don't even want to talk about tomorrow, so let's not.
No, we're going to enjoy today. Today's a special day. We got a big league Wago. It's a beautiful day. We got some legends on the field. Fenway greens. Get through the first. Give me the quick little one.
Yes. Hey, great to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Glad you're back. And this series against 2 division rivals. Look out for Tampa Bay. They are really good again. They're 25-12. And they've won 13 out of 14 games. 7 straight. As Connolly Early looks to keep them at bay. 2-2. The 3.79 ERA coming into play tonight. In for a strike as we get underway.
Yeah, this Rays team saw it last night. They just know who they are. They've got guys like Diaz and Caminero and Aranda, and everybody else just plays their role, gets on base, puts the ball in play. It's a good club.
Put a lot of pressure on an opponent. Flick foul by Yandy. He's hitting .323 with 5 home runs. Kevin Cash, who has consistently been one of the best managers, not just in the American League, but in all of baseball for quite a while. And probably doesn't get enough of a spotlight. Very consistent. 0-2, fouled out of play. By the way, his team is 9-1 against lefty starters this year.
Well, throwing 4 lefties at him, so you know, usually this lefty rotation kind of keeps a bat or 2 out of the lineup. A good left-handed bat, but these guys are right-handed.
2 fouled away at home plate by Diaz.
Now, this Rays team is the reason why, like, preseason predictions were really a waste of time.
Right.
There wasn't anyone that didn't have them in the cellar in the American League East, and we kept saying this, they're going to be good. They're always good. They can pitch, they can catch the ball. They got one of the superstars in the game in Caminero.
0-2.
Didn't think they'd be this.
Well, they're under new owners. They're back at the Trop after a year out of there. Shane McClanahan back in their rotation. That's been huge for them. 1-2 pitch. Fought off again, and they are back to being a problem after a couple of disappointing seasons.
It's been an issue now here for Conley early, kind of all year long. Getting guys to 2 strikes and being able to put away, try to get that swing and miss, get those Ks. Both those numbers really down this year.
Going to be a challenge here for Narvaez.
Hopefully this has got a pretty good part of the plate. First inning, first hitter. There you go.
It will be a strike. And Diaz lingering around home plate as he strikes out.
He just staring at Narvaez like, really? You got to do that to me? It's the first inning. Let this one fly.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Ryan Vallee, the right fielder, 277 with a home run. Fans continue to come into the ballpark on this cool Friday night. Can't wait to chat with Pedro.
It's always good. Always
a blast to get his opinion, and he is more than willing to give his opinion on a variety of subjects. High fly into right field for Abreu. And Willie will make that grab. 2 fast outs.
Really is a special group, you know. They start coming out, getting introduced, and it starts with Poppy, then it goes to Pedro and Boggsy, you know, and then Jim Rice.
Pudge
In
fist.
comes Pudge.
Yeah.
And then Yaz.
Yaz at the end.
I mean, it's just,
I don't know.
It's impressive.
Tugs at you. You think to yourself, you saw all of them play in a Red Sox uniform, the things they did. Junior Caminero, things he's doing at 22, 259 with 10 home runs, one of the true rising stars in baseball. A terrific talent. And he is the heart of their offense. Although Aranda behind him has driven in 29 runs.
Yeah, but this kid's just a different level. The guys don't want to challenge him. He's one of the best fastball hitters in the game. 95 plus heaters. It's just fastest bat speed in the game. He's pretty scary. And he's 22 years old. It's
8 home runs his last 21 games, and that's into the dirt with a changeup. Back to his home run swing last night.
I mean, this thing is loud, got out quick. It was a low line drive. I mean, it was just a strength. The only good news is Red Sox fan this year, hoping you got about 3 or 4 more years before he's a free agent, gets out of this division. That's it. You got to deal with him.
Go become a Dodger.
Something. Get away. Go. He's a danger.
Well, Tampa Bay, good balanced team. They're number 2 in the American League in batting average. They're number 6 in runs. They're 3rd in on base percentage. The pitching staff number 2 in ERA. Play solid defense. Red Sox actually playing better defense than they are. That one ripped but foul into the netting.
And no heaters. But this is the idea. Tracy, before the game, talking about what this team does, right? Getting on base, not striking out. Well, the idea is that when Yandy comes up, when Junior comes up, nobody on, right? Base is empty.
Lunging in a liner to center field. Rafaela covers the ground, makes the catch. And a nice start for Connolly early. They go 1-2-3.
This just
Duran, Contreras, Abreu 1-2-3. Masao Yoshida in the 4th spot as the DH. Story now batting 5th. Then Rafaela, Meyer, Narvaez, and Durbin in the 9-hole. Jesse Schultens, the right-hander, is 3-1 with a 3.18 ERA. He'll get a swing and a miss for strike 1 on Duran.
Yeah, starting pitcher presented by WB Mason. It's his 6th appearance, his 2nd start. See that ERA down to 3.18. Hasn't thrown many innings, only 1 start here. It's back late April.
High fly into right field, driving back, Belade, but shy of the track. He's there to make the catch. And 1 out.
As for his arsenal, his fastball's not going to blow you away. It's going to be about 93, but it does have really nice extension. He leads with that slider. He got a good sinker. He'll show the split. More so to lefties, sweeper more so to righties. He's a strike thrower.
They'll try those out against Wilson Contreras, 263 with 8 home runs. First inning, he's hitting .304 this year. In attack mode, he fouls that one away, strike 1. Rays won their 7th in a row last night. They won 13 out of 14 games. And Kevin Cash was talking about them after the contest, after the win yesterday. He said, I think we know who we are. We've gotten to the point where we understand how we're going to win games. That one knocked down the line, but foul. And he said, I am very, very pleased. As he should be.
Well, he should be. Look at the start they're off to. We were talking about it before, 25-12. I mean, you could pretty much go get that kind of start. You can go 500 the rest of the year and be right where you need to be. Win a couple games over. But as you mentioned, they got 3 really good hitters, and everybody else just knows who they are. 2nd lowest K rate in the game behind Toronto. They put the ball in play. They use their speed.
They could be in 1st place in the AL East at the end of play tonight.
You saw it last night. Bunting, safety squeeze. They'll move the runner. Old school hit and run.
0-2 on Wilson. Chandler Simpson said a lot of the same stuff after the game. He said the camaraderie of everybody in all facets of the game, pitching, defense, power, small ball, the base pass, says it's all coming together right now. It's a pretty confident team. 2-2.
They play the game the right way. We've seen it the last few years, especially in this division. 2 years ago, remember Baltimore? Why are they so good? Well, they played baseball better than most. Toronto last year. This team right now.
1 down, 2-2. On a full count, Abreu next.
You know, it's important to get that lead early. Because this is the type of team you give them a 1-0 lead, a 1-run lead, a 2-run lead. Next thing you know, they're stealing all over the place. They're putting bunts down. They're extending leads. It's an offense. Yeah, they got some thump. But they build on momentum as well to try to extend it.
And they did a lot of that to take a 3-0 lead in the middle innings last night. Red Sox bounced back, though. They fought back to tie that game. Breaking ball, that's going to be in there for strike 3, and he wants to challenge it.
The batter is challenging the strike call.
It's a tough pitch sometimes for him to see, right? Because he leans out over. It's that front door curveball. Was it down, though? Yes.
Calls overturned. The pitch is the ball. Boston retains.
That's some of that old school confidence we saw from Contreras when going back to camp, where he just, nope, that's ball 4. I'm going to keep walking to first base. But as I mentioned, because he dives in so much, I know his teams are trying to finish him off with that curveball at him to get the inside corner. He'll lose sight of the inside half, but that ball was down.
I'm going to bet on Wilson. Saw that in spring training. He never missed, really. And here's Abreu at 300 with 5 home runs. Last night a single, so second base in the 3rd inning. He's hitting .327 his last 15 games. He's been locked in. Dive back by Contreras. Schulten's a reliever. He has won back-to-back games, though, following an opener. As Lou mentioned tonight, just his second start of the year. And 2-0.
Yeah, he's a strike thrower. It's 71% first pitch strike rate. Now you can say, well, let's attack him, but guys are 2 for 14 on him in the first pitch, so it's quality first pitch strike.
Nothing to swing at there. 3-0. Fastball off the plate. Masataka Yoshida on deck. Let's see what Willier has in mind on the 3-0. He's taken all the way. That missed badly. Ball 4. Nowhere near the plate. Back-to-back walks by the right-hander.
Nice. Going to keep calling him a strike thrower. Let's check out the Rays defense. Junior Caminero will be at third. Walls and Williamson up the middle. Aranda at first. The outfield left to right will be Simpson, DeLuca, and Velade, with Fortes doing the catching.
Well, a little bit last night, but certainly over that 3-game series against Detroit, where the Red Sox won by sweeping the Tigers. The Red Sox pounced on opportunities like this.
Yeah, and we saw that series before they went to Detroit where they did not. Right, there was plenty of opportunities of scoring position, but in Detroit they made some mistakes defensively. Last night Tampa made some misplays defensively, and they took advantage of it. And you could say it were gifts, but you still, the door might be open, but you got to knock it down. Another opportunity here with a couple walks in the first to get on the board.
Masahiro Yoshida in the 4 spot. Sits safely in 12 out of 16. Go back to April 5th. He's hitting almost 350. A lot of singles. He'll pop it up in foul ground. Caminero with the infield fly rule in effect. And 2 down. And we'll send up Trevor Story.
Seen a lot of that, right? Back-to-back walks. That ball's out of the zone. That ball's up and in. Back-to-back walks. He just talked to the pitcher. Sometimes as a hitter you think, okay, he's going to just throw a cookie here, strike one. But the problem was he couldn't. He tried to throw strikes the whole time to Abreu. He's a little bit off right now. Gave him a break.
So Trevor Story at 204, pair of home runs. He'll take ball 1. Now the Hall of Famer, the legendary Pedro Martinez, to join us in the 2nd inning. Pedro's been nominated for a sports Emmy.
How about him?
Like he hasn't won enough stuff. 1 ball and 1 strike. So we check out tonight's home run odds presented by FanDuel.
He still hasn't thrown a strike.
And so far out of the gate, the right-hander, 15 pitches, only 6 in the zone. Another miss. And 2-1 on Trevor. Contreras with a walk, Abreu with a walk. But can the Red Sox cash in on the wildness here in the 1st inning?
I mean, he had Contreras 0-2. He walked him, then he walked Abreu on 4. Yoshida chases one out of the zone. You know, 1-0, Trev took a shot and swung over a split, but now he's falling off the mound.
Schulten's with a 2-1. Ran that by him, a sinker at 92, 2-2.
Sinker, he rides up and in out of the zone too.
Cedon would hit next. Red Sox in the Fenway greens tonight. Getting our first look at the Tampa Bay Rays this season. And a 2-2 to Trevor Story. Fouled away at home plate. Now, if you missed it yesterday, the Red Sox did put Roman Anthony on the IL. With that hand/wrist injury.
He's hoping to come off right at the 10-day period. We'll have to wait and see. Kind of in that rest period now. Let's see what he looks like or how he feels when he starts swinging.
He now feels pretty good. Swinging a high pop up. Shortstop Walls into shallow left, and the Red Sox get a chance, but they're going to strand 2 in the first inning. Second inning and no score. It is always a delight to have a legend in the booth. It doesn't get any more legendary than Pedro Martinez off the glove of Story. And so Aranda, who's really been swinging an excellent bat, is on to begin the second inning. 125 years of baseball in this town. Nobody ever shone brighter than this gentleman right here on this diamond. It's great to have you.
Well, very happy to be here. Very honored to share the grounds with Kyle Yastrzemski, Jim Rice, Wade Boggs, all the legends, and especially, you know, on this day, it's a great memory to know that you have become part of you know, the legacy of Boston. And every time I stepped into the parking lot, it brings back the memories of just handing out the trophy, and that's like a special connection with me and the parking lot. It was just seeing the buses arrive and just handing the trophy to Ellis Burks on the ground. It was just like, it's a memory that would never go away from me.
So when you pull in the stadium now, do you kind of sometimes feel like it's a game day? Do you kind of remember those days driving up to the ballpark the night you're throwing?
Yeah, when I see the atmosphere, yes. But you know what, Lou? I was so spoiled. And I might be the only one that can say that. I never saw an empty seat on days I pitch.
Yeah.
And I pay attention to the little details. But I'm so proud to say I was always supported by Boston. And I continue to be supported by Boston. And every time I come in and it's a game day, it's like, wow, this is it.
Well, you brought the Dominican flags to the stadium is what you did, and the excitement of it. I'm curious, you're down there. I saw you having a conversation with Sonny Gray. What are some of the guys like when they're around you? Guys like Garrett Crochet. I know this kid's out here throwing today, so you probably didn't talk to him. But what's that interaction like for you?
It's just a great feeling to know that they all look up to you like, this is the true legend. This is the guy that we, for so long, looked at or probably had as a hero. And you know, it's great to see the amount of respect that they pay to every one of us. It's just beautiful to see that the new generation of players are looking forward to stretching your hands, to seeing you up close, and to sometimes pick your brain.
I'm watching the highlights
Yes.
of you on the mound, and I'm like, why would anybody think they could get a hit off this guy when they step in the batter's box? You were dirty, nasty, filthy, unbelievable. Watching the movement on your, it's incredible to watch the highlights. I wonder if when you watch them, you go, yeah, it was pretty good.
Well, I do watch them, and it's hard for me to kind of put together, you know, all the thoughts that come around me when I see all the things that went on in such a short time.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk more about this when we come back, and about Pedro's foundation, all the great work he's doing there as well when we return to Fenway. Bottom of the second inning, and no score set on Rafaela. Fouls one away for a strike.
You know, we were talking about the Dominican flags and, you know, the WBC and kind of introducing winter ball to Major League Baseball fans, but we did have that when you pitched each and every night, like, and it seemed like it grew, and it grew quickly. Like, there was some excitement, flags. It was a little winter ball feel.
I was so proud and so happy to represent Boston, and it brings back, you know, the memory of the All-Star game, how the Dominican flags were, the drums, and how excited the people got every time they see me. And equally, I feel about my influence in Boston. I feel like the culture changed, and that is so big. Not only for me, because individually you get trophies, you win Cy Youngs, and you get money, and you're famous, all that. But changing the culture here in Boston, and seeing how Boston decided to embrace the Latin community. Now we have a Latino Day. We recognize the students. We do community work with the Latino communities. Seeing even the workers. they started coming over, applying for jobs here at Fenway after I got here. And that makes me as proud as I am to have probably hand out the trophy to the city of Boston.
And you've got to be very proud about the work your foundation, the Pedro Martinez Foundation, is doing as well. Aside from the fact you were nominated for a sports Emmy, I know that's on the back burner as far as this is concerned, but the mission.
That's another trophy.
That's another trophy.
That's all.
And you're going to win that too. The foundation's goal is to create long-term impact through sustainable community programs. Last year alone, the foundation impacted more than 78,000 youth, including kids in East Boston, Dorchester, Mattapan, Jamaica Plain, Lowell, and Lawrence. Very dear to your heart.
Very dear to my heart, because I remember having my first day off here in Boston and taking off straight to Jamaica Plain to just meet my community, meet my people. And just like I went to Jamaica Plain, the very next outing, I saw everybody just coming over with the flags. And one connects to the other. I'm extremely proud to have done it. As you know, Jamaica Plain is right next to Dorchester, all those areas. I was frequently going in those areas, not only meeting the people, but doing community work. And as you know, the Red Sox have always been involved in community work. I got a lot of great advice to see how I could probably impact more and more and more, not only in the Dominican, in Lowell, in Lawrence, all over the place. And I'm glad I took the advice, because right now we're about to open a charter school that's going to hold 1,700 kids, and they're all going to go to school knowing that they're going to have an opportunity to do great things, and in the future they won't have to wonder for an opportunity. They're going to have it there.
Well, I think it's outstanding what you do, not just to this community, but I know back in the Dominican you do a ton out there as well. But I do want to touch on this Emmy, because sports personality, you're going up against A-Rod. So it's just like a Yankee Red Sox. He's one of the other nominees. But I think it's great. You kind of dove into the media, and here you are already up for an Emmy.
Well, everything I do, I try to do the best way possible, and I try to work hard on the things I do. The one thing that they have me doing is talk about baseball, and I love baseball. I live, I breathe baseball, and the same way I competed, the same way I want to talk about those things and the little details that people at home want to hear, and at the same time I do it with gratitude and a great attitude, because I do have fun. Anything I do in baseball, I have fun. Well, when I got in between the white lines, you couldn't tell that I was having fun, but I was.
Well,
I was.
The other 4 days we couldn't shut you up in the dugout.
I know that. I know that. Your buddy Nomar actually got a hold of me one day and put me on the pole right there. That was a lot of fun.
Taped you to it, right?
Yeah, they taped me. And left me there too. I was like, Nomar, it's time to let me go. No, Nomar didn't listen to me.
Well, I love listening. We all do when you're on, because you tell the truth.
Yes.
And whatever hits you at that moment, you are going to tell the honest to God's truth about how you feel, be it an umpire, a starting pitching performance, whatever it is.
Yes, I don't hide away from the reality, and that's what I try to do. I keep it honest. I never shied away from expressing myself from how I feel to the results in the game or any situation. And why lie? Why am I going to lie or run away from the real situation? And I'm the same way on television. I just keep it real.
You keep it real for sure. A hit batsman Narvaez gets drilled here with 2 down as we chat with the legendary Pedro Martinez. And we'll see if Narvi is okay. It looks like he is. Easy for me to say.
Yeah, especially on a chilly night.
Yeah,
it's not fun to get hit. It's a 2-seamer running up. Oh, he got him.
Yeah, but you know about having to get the fastball up.
Well,
get a guy off the plate a little bit, don't you?
Lou. A thing or two.
Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever given up back-to-back home runs and just hit a guy with the next pitch?
No, that's a no-no. That's an unwritten rule. You shouldn't do that. I saw that the other day with Framber Valdez, and I wasn't a fan of it. But in my days, and you know this because you played with me, I would just say what I needed to say. If a story didn't charge the mound in the moment, I would just be glad to be in there the next day. I'll be glad because I knew exactly what to do the next day. and I'm not going to go into details, but I knew exactly what to do. And those kind of moments would just, you either charge or you wait for the next day and you do what you need to do.
Well, I guess I should ask if you've ever given up back-to-back homers. We should probably start there
with that, yeah.
before we talk about you hitting a guy. But
Probably not. I mean, over the course of that was such a special moment tonight, though, with all of you guys. For those of us who grew up here as Red Sox fans, see you out there with all of those guys thinking about the legendary things you did at different eras, different parts of Red Sox history. I got choked up about it, quite frankly. I bet a lot of fans did.
It did give me goosebumps about thinking the picture that they were taking while we were looking at our numbers in the wall over there. They were taking our pictures with our numbers looking to home plate. And I imagine how that picture is going to come out. But to see legends like Carl Jastrzębski and see what he did and what it means to Boston was just a great moment, a moment of, goosebumps for me.
You are right there at the very top.
Well, thank you so much. I'm honored.
Always will be. You're incredible. Thanks, Pedro. Good luck with the Emmy as well. You're going to win it.
Well, thank you. I hope so. New England, let's go.
Top half of the third, no score. Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. And Narvaez back behind there after getting drilled on that hand. Nick Fortes catcher. And he will cut and miss as the helmet comes off. Walls on deck, and then Yandy Diaz. Every time I see him, Pedro Martinez,
he's the best.
There's an electricity around him.
Yeah.
To this very day. When he talked about changing a culture as he did at Fenway Park, man, is that true. Durbin will charge and fire on the run, but not in time. And a leadoff man is aboard here for Tampa Bay, off Connolly early in the third. Well, they get a lot of infield hits, Tampa Bay.
They make a lot of contact. Not everything has to be a rocket to get a hit. It's not about exit velocity sometimes. It's that right there is the perfect example. Swing and bunt, ground ball back to the pitcher off his glove, base hit, like things happen.
They do not mind dropping down a bunt. And here's Walls hitting 197 without a home run. He will turn to bunt, file it away. Figured he would.
Yeah, you knew that's coming. You know, Pedro's the best. You talk about the night's Pedro pitch. Like I was really lucky to be able to play behind him, especially up the middle, short and second, back when they put fingers down. You know what I mean? You knew what was coming. To watch he and Tech get through games. And I tell you, playing short and second behind Pedro, like, my first thought was like, don't screw this thing up. I mean, luckily he's going to punch out maybe 12, so make my job a little easier. But, you know, there'd be nights I'd look at Jimmy Williams or Grady and he'd be like, you sure you want to put me out there? Why you put me out there for?
Don't ruin the masterpiece. Right?
Yeah, yeah. What a mess of beautiful thing every time he took the mound.
I mean, every 5 days there's a chance to see something really special. The throw down to first is not in time, like a no-hitter or 18 strikeouts or something like that. Whenever he pitched, it was like that.
Yeah, and he grinded with the Yankees. And the whole, like, they're my daddy. Like, they grinded him out, but it wasn't like they ever really lit him up. They would get 3 off him in 5 or 6, you know, and you feel like you accomplished something.
Well, let's be honest. That was an era where a lot of the best hitters in baseball were loading up. They were using steroids, performance enhancers, and he was just, you know, running through those lineups. Incredible. Piling up the strikeouts, dominating great hitters. Time and time again. Runner at first, nobody out. The 2-1 to Taylor. Walls will not be made, and back in Fortes. Connolly early, hoping to bounce back after a rough one last Sunday against Houston. 5 runs allowed in 4 innings. It's tied for the shortest outing of his young career. 2-2.
Filling up the zone here. 30 pitches, 23 strikes. Really, it's been about command with him. You know, it's funny because a lot of these starters haven't really seen much of Conley. When they struggle, you know what it looks like. When they don't have this pitch, you know what happens. With Conley, it was, when does he struggle? He's inefficient, right? And really, it is about command for him. Stuff is fantastic.
Ooh, that's going to be a balk. And that will send Fortes down to second.
It's his third disengagement. So he throws over there again. It was his second pickoff, but Narvaez did throw down there as well. So that would make the 3. It'll be a balk.
Just a straight up balk. And a liner into left field down for a base hit. Fortes hits third. He'll stop there as Duran hustles it in. Walls with a single, so they're on at first and third, and here comes Tampa Bay, and Yandy Diaz about to climb in.
So we're talking about getting these guys, you know, with 2 strikes, and just you haven't really seen any swing and miss, right, from Conley this year. It's a big, huge difference from what we saw last year. You know, last year with 2 strikes, when hitters had 2 strikes, they were out. They were 3 for 47. This year, a little different story.
Now here's Diaz, one of the last guys you want to see with a man in scoring position when Tampa Bay's in town. 43 hits already for him. He's tied for 6th in the American League, hitting .323. Former batting champ. 2 on and none out. 0-2.
Yeah, they hit 64 with 2 strikes against him last year. Struck out 60% of guys once he hit 2. He put them away. You were done. Swing and miss. And the K rate was much different. Those are the overall numbers down from last year.
And did he go? It's going to hit him. He's hit by the pitch. They did appeal first to the first base umpire in a swing, and that's going to load up the bases as Yandy Diaz gets hit. And they're going to be all loaded up here, and that will bring Bailey out.
See a little breaking ball in the back. That back foot. I'm looking at this swing. He's a strong guy.
Yeah,
hold that thing up.
Sure,
it's amazing.
The ESPN telecast last night, they were measuring his biceps. They're so impressive.
Yeah.
So no place to put the next man. Valade is 0 for 1. He has flied out to right. He's been a journeyman outfielder. They have found a home with these guys. That's happened before many times in the history of the Tampa Bay Rays. Somebody who a bunch of teams really gave up on. They find a home with the Rays.
Well, he's swinging at first lefty. He's going to get a lot of at bats in this series. 324, and you're getting into a danger part of the zone with that kid Caminero on deck.
First career at bat for Valade with the bases loaded. And a strike. So they got them all filled up. Fortes at third, Walls at second, Diaz at first. No place to put this man. 0-2.
This is what we're talking about. 2 strikes. I know the guy that's on deck, but right now we got him 2 strikes. You got to be thinking, how can I finish this guy off? Right? How can I punch him out? I mentioned all those numbers before. The strikeout rate 20%. It was 30, almost 37 last year. Complete elite. Getting the swing and miss.
They could really use one right here in a bad way. Here's the 2-strike pitch. And Junior Caminero on deck. Lined out hard to center field his first at bat. And Connolly early with a 1-2. Left it in.
See that curveball was the big swing and miss pitch, right, to righties. And he just really hasn't commanded it, like non-competitive, right? You get that one close down, maybe you get the swing and miss, but that's an easy take. He hit Diaz with it earlier.
2-2 from the lefty, and struck him out. Fastball 94 in a big spot. One man gone, and here comes Caminero.
Let it work. And that's well located. Talk about command, right? Where do I want this fastball? He put it right where he wants. It's a tough pitch for Velati to get to.
Well, the major league leader in bat speed at home plate. As he showed last night, chopped to third. Durbin into second, one on to first, and the Red Sox get out of that without a run. Bases loaded, nobody out, and Tampa Bay does not score. Cash is looking and will not challenge the play at first base. 0-0. The inning without giving up a run despite the bases loaded and nobody out. So it remains a 0-0 game to the bottom of the third inning. Jaron Duran to lead things up. Batting stats presented by your local Honda dealers.
What a huge at bat. The strikeout, the first changeup, really nice pitch, good double play, get out of that. See that carry into some momentum, right? Those are the things within a game. You get out of that, you're hustling back into that dugout like, okay, let's go. Second time through, see what he's doing.
Well, there have been some very encouraging signs as of late. There are a bunch of them in that Detroit series and another one here tonight. I mean, even last night, the Red Sox lost the game, but how rare has it been that the Red Sox have fought back from a 3-0 hole to tie the game? Eventually tying the game 4-4. Haven't done that very often.
No, you've seen it a lot here in the last week too. You know, like down 3-0. The lineup earlier in the year was just going quiet. Like that's it. It's over. Are they going to win 3-0 or 6-0? But it's been a little more fight, better at bats.
A strike on Duran. 3-2. Top of the order, Contreras next, and then Abreu. Red Sox are looking for their first hit. And a full count on Jaron. And a payout pitch. Foul that one away. 7 stolen bases for Duran. So get him on and run if you can. The Red Sox have been doing a lot more of that as of late. Stealing bases. Get moving on the bases. Shot towards center. It hangs up. Hit it too hard in the end. DeLuca with a catch and one gone. Let's go back to that double play.
First pitch changeup. Listen, he hits the ball real hard, but he's not exactly fast. So you can get the ground ball. You can turn it on this guy. Nice turn by Marcelo. Beautiful stretch by Contreras. That had multiple runs written all over it that inning.
Boy, did it. They wound up getting nothing. Here's Contreras. He took a walk in the first. 263, 8 home runs. Last night, good to see him back in there. With an issue with his hand, which he shook off. Red Sox don't need another one of those with Roman Anthony on the IL. And that's inside. Of course, there's always the threat he's going to get hit.
He's just on the plate. Like even that first pitch, they're barely off.
And a 1-1. Oh, big swing fouled off the catcher. Contreras leading all major league first basemen in outs above average. In fielding run value, he's tied for 4th in defensive runs saved at his position. He'll take a seat in there for strike 3 and no argument on that fastball. 2 up, 2 down.
And look at something else there. Ball just snuck by him, and he knew it right away. He was sitting for another breaking ball or something.
Game time tomorrow for the next game of the series at 4:10. Peyton Tolley on the bump, facing Nick Martinez, the right-handers, 3-1, ERA of 1.71.
You talk about taking guys and turning them into something. Martinez, that ERA. This is kind of a guy that's going to give you some starts for some teams, but he's 4.5 ERA kind of guy, right? You think?
Yeah, we've heard that before.
At least he was the year before in Cincinnati. He had a couple good years in a row, but this year putting it all together in this staff. Tampa, that's what they do.
They have a way of doing it. Pitchers and position players. 2 down, bases empty, the 0-2. Sunday, Brian Bayo to pitch. The question is, will the Red Sox use an opener as they did in Detroit? Worked so well. Swinging a high drive out to right center field. That one is back there, back there. She's gone. It got over the bullpen. Wilyer Abreu crushing one for number 6, and the Red Sox are on the board. That is their first hit of the ball game here in the 3rd inning to make it 1-0.
You know, this is how strong this kid is. Like this wasn't, swing it with everything I got. And we talk about it all the time. Like less is more. Like that to me was just 2 strikes, like short stroke. He ends up hitting this ball 427, 106 off the bat. And he just continues to be consistent. He is crushing lefties from day one.
That Red Sox home run presented by your New England area Audi dealers. 1-0 Red Sox here in the 3rd. Yoshida 0 for 1.
There's that little slider he's been throwing, but this isn't a big swing. This is a short little quick swing. A lot of times you see him almost fall down. That's all it takes for him to hit the ball 420 something feet.
In for a strike on Massa.
I mean, this thing just clears everything. You're clearing bullpens out there in right center.
2nd longest home run for the Red Sox this year, 427. Slapped at first base. Aranda will take it himself. Side retired, but the Red Sox strike first tonight. Wilyer with his 6th. It is 1-0.
Presented by Bernie and Phil. Save up to $2,500 right now during Bernie and Phil's Spring Savings event. A lot of history in the air this weekend, guys. You had the 125th anniversary celebration of baseball in Boston. The legends out on the field. Yesterday, the Hall of Fame class of 2026 was inducted. Johnny Damon, John Lester, Mike Timlin, Sherm Feller, the late great PA announcer, and Bill Miller's home run against Mariano Rivera in July of '04, the memorable moment. Guys, such an impressive class and such a championship pedigree. The great thing, I got to MC the event. The great thing about the conversations was it all about the legacy. And Lou, you were on those teams that changed the culture here and really raised the expectations. Johnny Damon on the '04 team with Timlin. Timlin on the '07 team with Lester. Lester moving from '07, winning again in 2013. They all won championships elsewhere, but they all talked about how different it was to not make Boston a place where you were a good team and fell short, but to make Boston a team where championships were expected.
Aranda strikes out to begin the 4th inning. Red Sox up 1-0. Last night with a red carpet down.
Billy ball game. Billy Miller. Timlin. I tell you, he looks like he could still pitch. Of course, Johnny Damon.
Yep. Johnny being Johnny, and John Lester.
John Lester, the one that got away. No, that's a special group. Obviously, 3 of those guys I'd play with, Miller and Johnny and Timlin. Johnny Damon, you talk about like having personalities like a Kevin Millar. Like Johnny was all about that, right? The group of idiots, like the way he played, hair on fire. You know, like that's just kind of who he was. He was relaxed. Everybody was relaxed. He'd lead off hitter. Played the game the right way. Billy Miller, business-like, winning batting titles. Great hitter. Timlin was just filth. Bowling balls coming out of the bullpen. Sinker.
2-1 on DeLuca.
Guys, I can tell you Johnny Damon has not changed much. Everybody stayed for the weekend except Johnny and Michelle were on a 9 o'clock plane to Italy last night. Thanks for the induction. Got to go. I'm going on vacation.
Thought you were going to tell me it's Vegas.
That might be on the way back.
Arrivederci. Johnny got a wonderful ovation there. And, you know, when he left, it was tough because of where he went.
Yeah.
And he got booed every time he came back. But huge cheers last night. And as he said yesterday, I think all's forgiven.
Yeah. And how about John Lester? Think about what he did. You know, won a World Series here, and then went to Chicago. You know, I mean, there's
the North Side.
Oh my God, won it. So it's just what a career he had.
Well, they all did. Swung on the miss, strike 3. Great to see them back as Red Sox Hall of Famers. It's a great class, as TC mentioned, great class. And Sherm Feller was the voice here at Fenway Park of my childhood. Whenever I come here to Fenway Park, and you too, hear him welcoming you to the.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
yes.
Welcome to Fenway Park.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Jerry Remy had some great stories about him because Sherm liked to bet, and he would always go to Remdog before a game and go, "When are you going to drop down a bomb? What inning are you going to?"
That is frowned upon these days.
Oh, heck of a play here by Early to snatch that and flips it on for out number 3. True story. 1-0. Red Sox have the lead. One nothing on a bomb by Wilyer Abreu that cleared the bullpen out there in right. Story will pop one foul back out of play. Trevor is 0 for 1. He's popped to short. Red Sox have the one hit, but it landed 427 feet from home plate. Shilton's the reliever starting tonight. Cutting a miss on a sweeper, 0-2.
You see that sinker, or that slider that he kind of leads with. He's throwing it more tonight than any pitch along with the sinker, but then he's got that little sweeper that he throws. That's more 80. So you kind of sit. It's very kind of similar movement because the slider's little as well, but the velo gets him way out in front of it.
2-strike pitch. And popped up foul ground. Giving chase to catcher Fortes. Can't get to that. There's a famous clip that they show often when Pudge Fisk is in the house. This was before there was netting at Fenway in front of those box seats. When he went diving into the box, he did it more than once, but it's a spectacular play. And it's like, I don't care if I get hurt. Someone else might get hurt in the stands, but I'm going to make the play.
He's such a big guy.
Oh, man.
Just massive.
Yes.
Catcher, human.
What a career. Great to have Carlton Fisk in the house tonight. He was down on the field. There's so many Red Sox legends gathered before the game, celebrating 125 years of Boston baseball.
I got to talk to him and Ricey during that fan fest here over the winter. And all Pudge did was talk about the fights they got into with other teams. Remember that one time the guy came and I just started swinging on him right away? Like it was just talking about all the fights he got into.
A lot of them with the men in pinstripes, too.
Yeah.
David Ortiz.
Ceremony earlier tonight. Big Papi leading them out. And Pedro, who we were delighted to have in the booth. The great Wade Boggs. Jim Rice, 1978 MVP. There's Pudge. Of course, they play the home run. And Yaz. Wow. Gave me chills. Swing and a miss on the sweeper. He will strike out. Trevor Story 0 for 2. One gone in the fourth. That home run, game 6. He waved it fair right there. Where were you when that happened? If you were alive, you remember where you were.
No. I don't know. I was 3 or 4. Probably playing with some blocks.
Swing has a drive out to left. Rafaela got it. Home run. Cedon with his 3rd. Red Sox with a couple of launch jobs here in the last 2 innings, and they take a 2-0 lead. Cedon put a swing on that baby with 1 down here in the 4th.
We're talking about how he's kind of leading with these breaking balls now at Schultens, and Cedon doesn't wait around. He kind of just waits for that good one, right? You're looking for one at kind of the hanger. That swing is so much more controlled now. He's swinging at the right pitches. He's less aggressive early. Kind of knows what he's looking for, and he gets the pitch he wants and puts the swing on it.
Meyer with a little topper to second base, and Williamson will set him down for the 2nd out. Red Sox have 2 hits, both of them gone. We were just talking about Pudge and the home run. Good looking swing on this one.
And again, not just a hanger, but he's been throwing this pitch, right? It's this little slider that he leads with. Those are more than anything. So you can start kind of leaning on it, right? The fastball's 90-92. It's not 97.
Narvaez hit by pitch on the hand, his first time up. He looks at a strike.
Kind of nice to hit in homers, isn't it?
Oh,
like how many times did the Red Sox get bases loaded, nobody out, not score, only for the other team to get a quick point in a homer? It's nice to do it to somebody else.
Sure is. It's getting old the other way. Count 0-2. When you think about this game tonight, Red Sox were in deep trouble in the 3rd inning with Connolly early, getting himself into a bind. A couple of hits, a hit batsman. They had the bases loaded, nobody out. And they did not score. A strikeout and a double play ball. And then the Sox come right back and hit a home run.
Yeah, 1 pitch. All that work you did to get the bases loaded. Nothing.
And they've added a 2nd. And Conley always in motion behind Cedon Rafaela. Cannot sit down. Always moving. Stretching, jumping up and down. Yank foul.
They got totally the same way now.
Peyton told her to go tomorrow. Coming off a marvelous performance in Detroit. In the rain. Said later, I love the rain. I look cool in the rain.
That was an impressive outing.
Came out hitting 98, 99.
It was good to see. It was 5 days rest. Remember, the last one was 4 days. He kind of ran out of gas. So let's see what he looks like in 5. Remember, the guys down in AAA, they're usually on 6. But he looked really sharp.
1-2, pop foul back into the stands. Durbin on deck. And great to see him throwing like that. 7 innings. 83 pitches, 8 punch outs, 1 hit.
Well, with the power that he has, all of a sudden now this curveball is becoming a weapon.
7th pitch of the at bat here for Narvaez. And he'll go down hacking. But the Red Sox get another one and a home run by Cedon to make it 2-0. By Salem 5 Bank. Cedon going downtown. A home run. Wilyer Abreu also with a solo shot. The Red Sox lead at 2-0. Dave O'Brien alongside Sweet Lou Merlone and also Tom Caron on the field with us for this weekend series. Red Sox trying to draw even with Tampa Bay. And then the Philadelphia Phillies will be in town. They're starting to play much better baseball after they change managers. In fact, they've won 8 of the last 10. Chandler Simpson will lead things off. He is 0 for 1. Very talented, very fast. Hitting .310 without a home run.
This guy's, there's fast guys in the league, and then there's Chandler Simpson. He's just a different level.
0-1. He came into the game last night. He changed it. He wasn't even in the original lineup. Wound up getting a couple of hits. A couple of big knocks in their victory.
You talk about a perfect spot for a guy, right? One out, bases loaded.
He was tempted, didn't go.
Strikes out less than 10% of the time, and almost impossible to double off. So you're not guaranteed a run, but it's a really good chance you're going to get one. You're able to bring him off the bench in that situation. Of course, you got a hit.
Can't fly. 12 stolen bases already. Selected by Tampa Bay as the 70th overall pick. 2022. A wave and a miss. Got him. Well, keep him inside that dugout. Early does for the second time. Time now for our Old Spice fresh stats. Rays last 14 as hot as they can get. 13-1. The starter ERA and a bullpen ERA. And they've won 7 in a row.
That's just putting everything together. Starter and bullpen ERA. That's not 4 or 5 games at one time through. With their bullpen the last 10 games, they've only given up 2 runs in 10 games.
Nick Fortes, a base hit first time up, base hit second time. He's 2 for 2. He is on with 1 away in front of Walls, the number 9 hitter.
Change up, not a bad location, just kind of rolls over, just finds the right spot.
Now Walls with a base hit his first trip. Good speed at the bottom of the order. Yandy Diaz to follow. Red Sox ahead 2-0 in the 5th. And ball 1. Walls a plus defender. He's a switch hitter. Connolly got a 5-4-3 double play in the 3rd inning. This one's popped out of play. Yankees right now with a half-game lead in the division over this Tampa Bay team.
Conley's just been a strike throwing machine. 75% strikes. 12 out of 16 first pitch strikes. Much better command here than we saw his last outing.
A 1-1 to Walls. Yankees have fallen behind 4-0 playing in Milwaukee tonight. That's early. Baltimore a distant 3rd, 9 games out. Then Toronto, and then the Red Sox are 10 games back coming into play this evening. And a 1-2 from the left-hander.
Curveball again. He laid off of it. Really kind of gone to that 4-seam up to get the strikeouts here today. But again, 2 strikes, 1 and 2. Got to try to finish him off yourself.
Fortes back. Last night the left-hander Jake Bennett fell behind 3-0 in the 2nd inning on a rally that included 2 infield hits, a walk, and an error. As Chad Tracy said after the game, that's the way they play. That's Tampa Bay Rays baseball. They put pressure on you there. That's going to be in there. The breaking ball lands for strike 3. Well, he likes that yacker.
Yeah, that was perfectly located too. Yeah, you get the one down and in he laid off of. That one there caught that bottom down and in. That's just a perfect pitch.
Top of the order, Yandy Diaz, who struck out looking and been hit by a pitch. Hitting .321. Yandy with the elaborate stenciling on his face.
It's got to take some time, right? You got to be putting something on your face and then eye blacking around it.
It's a lot of work, man. It's kind of new for him. Some people think, well, those tattoos, they're not. It's extra work in the makeup chair, though. Pretty creative. 2-1.
Okay, every year hits 300. You keep waiting, for him to maybe have a down season. On base 400. Right now 401.
He's a terrific hitter. Batting champion. You look at franchise ranks for Yandy Diaz entering today. Number 2 all-time in their organization in batting average. Multi-hit games. He's 3rd. 4th in hits. One fouled away. And good power to boot. Ryan Valade on deck. 4 hits so far for the Rays. And they're all singles. Fortes off the bag in the 3-2. Looked like he went. He did. That's going to be strike 3. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Connolly early. He leaves 1. Lead against Tampa Bay. And Caleb Durbin is second at bat. Will lead it off in the 5th, and then Duran, and then Wilson Contreras. Red Sox have 2 hits. They've both left the ballpark.
Yeah, Sholton now 70 pitches. You mentioned this is only his 2nd start, 6th appearance. He's not really a reliever. They do a lot of openers. He's been a big bulk guy all year. And he's gotten up to 95 pitches, 77, 72.
And nobody warming in their pen. 71 pitches, 45 strikes. And a count of 0-2. Came in 3-1 with a 3.18 ERA. Primarily out of the bullpen. And the sweeper misses 1-2. The Red Sox obviously have to play better in many different facets of the game, although just swept the Detroit Tigers. One of those is their home record, which is 6-11. Gotta start winning some games and series at home.
Yeah, you're fighting back 10-11 on the road. We say, you play 500 ball on the road, maybe a game or 2 over, but you got to take care of business. Last year, 32-20 at home.
Fortes, the catcher.
Well, no, against the East rather, but they were outstanding at home all year.
Pitch com issue here. Yeah, and that was a major step forward. It's a gigantic reason the Red Sox went to postseason play.
Yeah.
Was that improvement at home?
At home, but then, like I said, 32-20 in the division. Those are the 2 things. Play well in your division. Right now, you're 3-7.
At home this year, yeah, hasn't been so friendly yet.
No. Although they got the Fenway greens on.
Greens have been very good luck. Usually in walk-off fashion. Actually won one this year without a walk-off in these, and it's outside 2-2.
Caleb's done a better job. He's still swinging at the right ones, right? Doesn't chase, but better job staying up the middle. That first at bat, lined out hard to the second baseman. Can't get pull happy. That's where all the ground balls come into play.
3-2.
Last year this high pull side air rate. Everybody, kept talking about when he was traded over here, and it's okay. Well, you're at Fenway Park, and the pitcher knows that ball's over there too, so they're going to prevent you from pulling the baseball. It's sinkers down and in. That's why you see a lot of grounders.
And in there for strike 3. He's caught looking over 2 tonight.
Win big with the Red Sox Foundation 50-50 raffle. You can buy tickets at redsox.com/50-50 through the 8th inning of tonight's game for the chance to win half of the jackpot. See official rules for full details.
Jarren Duran hit the ball hard last time. He lined out to center field. He's 0 for 2. And foul tips that one for a strike. Red Sox 8-5 in the Fenway Greens since they debuted in them. First 7 wins were all walk-offs. Tonight taking on Tampa Bay for second matchup of the year with the Rays. Play 13 times against the division opponents. Used to be far more than that. Used to be like 19.
Yeah, 19.
It got a little bit crusty.
Let's get in the middle. What's 60?
I like that idea.
One more series.
Yeah. I'd be all for that. Popped up. Into short left. Out goes Wall. Simpson in. Walls will make the catch. 2 away in the Red Sox 5th.
I feel like you should play your AL East opponents in April and September. And then, a couple during the season.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
With 3 of them at some point. You know what I mean? So it's like 5 series as opposed to just a home and away twice.
Yeah, I like them backloaded. September. Big series with the Yankees. Contreras with a walk and a strikeout.
Catcher's challenging to call a ball.
Fortes will challenge that. And that will be a ball.
The call's confirmed. The pitch is a ball. Tampa Bay has 1 challenge remaining.
So they lose 1.
That's 3 tonight. Narvaez got 1 overturned. Contreras got 1 overturned. Fortes loses that one.
Nobody aboard for Wilson.
Yeah, Yashinsky behind the plate came into the game 7 challenges, 4 overturned. It was only in 1 game. This is his 2nd game behind the plate. He's now up to 10-6. That's not a great percentage, is it?
It is not. I know the umpires are thrilled that this is easily accessible information. It's the way it is today. ABS, according to fan polls that I've seen, has been extremely well received, like approval rating into the 90s for fans.
It's really quick. Spring training is really slow. I was like, it better be quick. And it is. Right away. Boom. You see it? Comes up within seconds.
I know walks are up in Major League Baseball, but ABS has been applauded around the game. Now it just feels normal. Just like the pitch timer. Didn't take long for that to feel normal. Baseball for so long was resistant to change, but these changes have been good for the game. 3-2 on Wilson.
Well, the pitch clock is kind of where I was hoping it would be in a couple years. We don't notice it. You just don't notice it. Like, I don't know what the violation numbers are, but you see the 15, whatever. Like, fewer and fewer violations. They barely pop up. You sort of like, when there is one, you're like, oh, that's right, I forgot. It's just part of their routine now.
Yeah.
Grab it and pitch.
And it's done its job. Check swing fouled away. 2 down, nobody aboard. Red Sox ahead 2-0 on a pair of solo home runs by Abreu and Rafaela. And Abreu would hit next if given the opportunity. Schulten's up to 88 pitches after this next one. And he'll walk him. So Wilson's aboard again, his 2nd walk. And back to the Abreu home run. He got all of this in the 3rd.
427, almost 107 off the bat. It was that little slider he's been throwing a lot of. It's your first hit the Red Sox got. It's enough over everything. A 1-0 lead at the time.
Tied for his second longest ever at Fenway. And here he comes again, home run number 6. They have activity for the first time. Mason Englert, the right-hander, getting going in their bullpen. Red Sox with a base runner. So a hit batsman and 3 walks, 2 home runs. Red Sox only the 2 hits. But the pitch count is getting up there.
That's part of it too. Getting this lead in the middle of innings, getting a starter out of the game. You get, Englert up. And he got a 7.11 ERA. You get some ERAs down there, but when you're up 2-0, you get the guys you want.
He's had a lengthy inning. This is going to be his 20th pitch, number 1 to Willier. Contreras aboard with 2 gone. Down to 1-0. That gets by the catcher, Fortes, and that'll advance Contreras to second. So see if the Red Sox can turn that into something. Man in scoring position.
Yeah, it's going to be a pass ball. He's got to get this one here. He just kind of reaches out for him, just doesn't get the glove over. A little free 90 feet.
A base hit could make it 3-0 here in the 5th. Now Willier right now looking so comfortable at the plate. Remember how he started this season, those first couple of weeks? That you're going to go ahead and put him on here, which makes sense the way he's swinging the bat.
Well, 2-0, sometimes you want to come out of your shoes. When you take a split like that, that's a swing and miss pitch. When you're seeing it that well, you're laying off it, you're better off trying to get the next guy.
So it'll be Masataka they'll go after. He is 0 for 2. And here comes the manager. Kevin Cash headed for the hill. And he has made the decision to go to the pen. So we will take the break as well. Red Sox with a couple of base runners leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning at Fenway. Any other addiction, you can learn more at mass.gov/problem-gambling. The Red Sox with a threat here with 2 down. Englert coming on out of the bullpen to take on Masataka Yoshida, looking for his first hit.
And making his 10th appearance. That's hitting 345 off of him as well, but he only gave up 1 run his last 4 outings.
Yoshida has popped up and he has also grounded out 0 for 2. He has seen this pitcher once and he has a double off him.
Yeah, he loves throwing a change up to lefties. Fastball about 93. He's got that curveball to go with it.
Contreras and Abreu lead off their bases, and the 0-1 popped up on the infield. Coming in, Caminero, the third baseman, to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Red Sox will strand 2. They still lead it 2-0 through 5.
Take a look at Conley's pitching arsenal presented by New England area Audi dealers through 5. Leading with the sinker here today, a little higher percentage than yearly average.
Bunt attempt, and Early will get there in fair ground to make the catch. Belay trying to bunt his way on. They really love the bunt.
But he's been pounding the zone all day long with everything. The 4-seam's got life. It's got swing and miss to it. Same with the changeup. Career high strike percentage. It's now at 73%. This is when he's at his best, right? Command. Didn't really have much of it the last outing, but throwing strikes, getting ahead and expanding.
Caminero 0 for 2. He's lined to center and he's hit into a double play. And a big hello to the tremendous teaching staff from the Goddard School out of Derry, New Hampshire. Here at Fenway, lovely group. Big Lou Merlone fans, no question about that. They all are. Hoping to see a Red Sox win here tonight. Aranda on deck. Red Sox with some power tonight. Couple of home runs to grab the lead in the 0-2 from early.
There's a big play in the game here in this third inning. Bases loaded. Nobody was out. He gets the strikeout. Then the next hitter, Caminero, first pitch, ground out, double play. Bases loaded, nobody out, and the Rays got nothing. Sitting here 2-0 now. It's a big, huge inning.
Especially with him coming up.
And you can see too, it's just going to be show me fastballs. Like that was just, we've been throwing way up, just changed to my level, but it's been kind of trying to get him out with softies. You can't do it with a heater.
1-2, sharply hit to second. Meyer knocks it down. Plenty of time. He gets him. 2 gone. In front of Aranda. Just keeping him off base. Outside of that third inning where it could have gone awry, but double play was a gigantic one. Aranda a single and a strikeout. And he will take a strike. 93. Strike percentage continues to hover around 74-75%. And he deals the 0-1 pitch to Aranda.
He's filling the zone. I mentioned keeping Caminero off. That one kind of caught Meyer by surprise because it was hit 109 miles an hour. So he kind of shook him a little bit, but he knocked it down.
1-1. And a challenge.
The batter is challenging the call of strike.
1-2 count at the moment. And it is a strike.
The call's confirmed. The pitch is a strike. Tampa Bay is out of challenges.
So no more challenges for Tampa Bay.
They're out. That sweeper's been a big pitch to the lefties. Pretty much sinker fastball sweeper to lefties. There's only a couple of them in this lineup. Aranda and Simpson.
2-2. DeLuca would hit next. Early trying to make it a 1-2-3 inning. And just missed. 3-2. The ABS challenge board tonight. And the 3-2. Poked down the left field line, but that'll slice foul. For the Red Sox, their 2 successful challenges tonight ties a season high.
Wow. Well, I feel like they're getting slowly but surely a little more aggressive.
Yeah. And a little better at it. Payoff is high for ball 4. So he's walked his first man. He did hit a batter in the third inning. And puts on Aranda.
On the next dining playbook, Billy and Jenny are going to go inside Newbury, Boston, where nearly a century of history meets modern luxury. You can tune in tomorrow morning at 9, only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360. It's presented by New England Chevy dealers.
That brings up DeLuca, who's flied out and struck out. And then a very good hitter on the road, 325 in road games. Tampa Bay with a 7-game winning streak. I mentioned they've won 13 out of 14 games, and they've just pounded opponents. They've outscored opponents 57-21 over that span. The pitching staff has been outstanding. Popped up early, will make the catch. Gets through that inning with 1 walk, and it remains 2-0 Boston.
Bottom of the 6th there with the Red Sox leading 2-0 on a Friday night at Fenway Park. Roman Anthony met with reporters yesterday after he was placed on the IL, said he was hoping he'd still be able to get back and get on the active roster as soon as possible once the IL came to an end. But that remains to be seen, guys. He's still not swinging the bat. And talking to Chad Tracy before the game tonight on Friday Night Fenway, he was talking about just getting the wrist and hand to calm down a little bit before he can even begin to try swinging. In the meantime, Masaki Yoshida moving up in the order a little bit, especially against righties, hitting .295 and in that cleanup spot tonight. But Tracy was talking about how you lose that weapon off the bench as a pinch hitter. That's why they made the move, put him on the IL, got Mickey Gasper up. Gasper, of course, hitting .296 with the Blue Sox, a .948 OPS after a really good spring training with the Red Sox. Has a great relationship with Tracy. Played for him 2 years ago when he first came to the Red Sox organization. And Gasper saying, Tracy's done so much for my career. Said he loves how he manages the clubhouse and the staff, and he's so excited to be with him and part of this big league team again, guys.
TC, thank you. Trevor Story leading off here, bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox hit 2-0. There's Mickey.
Mickey was raking down in AAA. 6 home runs, 27 RBIs in 28 games. Hitting .296.
Cut on and missed. Trevor Story fans for the second time. He's 0 for 3 tonight.
But obviously concerned about Roman Anthony, you know, whether he comes off or not. You know, he's just kind of in the let it rest phase, and that'll maybe last for another day or so before you start swinging. You don't really know until he starts hitting. Like off a tee, flips, whatever, then he gets off that machine or live BP, and you start, how does your wrist feel now? So we're still a couple days away. Once he starts hitting, you'll have an idea how long it'll be, but the hand and the wrist is very tricky. And you don't want him to come back too soon, and it might be a little bit more than 10 days. We'll see.
Cedon with a home run, his last at bat, his third. When Roman first did it, challenge here, I think a lot of us are thinking, well, that's a Hammett bone. That's a problem. Did not prove to be true, and there's a strike.
The call's confirmed. The pitch was a strike. Boston has 1 challenge remaining.
You got 1 left. You want to hold on to it now. Now you're going to be real careful. You just want to, 2-run lead. You want to kind of hold on with, Whitlock, Chapman late in games, right? Calls.
Be a little judicious with it. The 0-1.
Especially with the lead.
The Red Sox so far getting a terrific pitching performance out of Connolly early. He's bounced back in a major way after his game against Houston. 1-2. Back to his home run in the 4th.
Yeah, this might have led to that challenge. Feeling good at the plate because he got a first pitch slider and he just put the A swing on it. Yeah, that's number 3 in the year for him. And you come back, you're feeling pretty good. First pitch. I mean, nobody's on, 1 out. If you're going to challenge that, you like to think that's going to be way off the plate. It wasn't.
It's going to be downstairs with a changeup. 2-2. Cedon hitting .318 his last 11 games. .309 lifetime against Tampa Bay. Chopped to third. Caminero kind of whiffs it. It rolls into left. Cedon will be held at first. Red Sox have a base runner.
Yeah, and Cedon with his head down the whole way. He didn't really see this. He's just head down, running as fast as he can. If he saw it get by Caminero, maybe you take a turn. You start thinking about a double, but he just sort of throws the hands at it. Doesn't get that glove down enough.
It's going to be an error.
That's about that first step. A little quicker first step. You get on a short hop. And it created a tough hop.
Will he do some running here? Marcelo is 0 for 2. Red Sox on top 2-0. Despite just 2 hits. Fortes the catcher. One man away, runner holding, and that's a ball. Marcelo, a couple of ground balls to second, so he's in an 0 for 8. But his previous 15 games hitting .333. Runner staying put and a check swing.
Still doing a good job laying off that pitch. Breaking ball down. Yeah, old freight's nothing. You know, like you said, swinging the bat well, looking good at the plate, looking confident. Just rolled over a couple here in this one.
Good job going up the middle. There's a high fly ball into left center, but not terribly deep. Simpson there. And 2 down. In front of Narvaez. CVS is proud to be part of Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home, delivering trusted care, everyday essentials, and support that goes beyond a prescription. You can learn more at CVS.com. Narvaez has been hit by a pitch on the hand. He bounced back from that. Struck out his last trip, 0 for 1. Two out, 1 on. Another one popped up into right, drifting out Williamson. Still going, and he'll make the catch over the shoulder to retire the side. Nothing comes of the error. This is brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. By WB Mason. Get free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. And by Nissan. Shop NissanUSA.com today. Red Sox legends on the field. Red Sox celebrating 125 years of Boston baseball. And the all-time greats on the diamond. Very touching ceremony before the game. Introduced one by one, starting with David Ortiz and ending with the great Carl Yastrzemski. Red Sox with a 2-0 lead. Connolly early into his 7th inning. And Zach Kelly up in the pen. Williamson 1 for 2. 2 strikes on him. Connolly early getting in front a lot. Throwing a lot of strikes. 72% strikes tonight. And tries to finish this guy off, and it's fouled away by Williamson.
At the bottom 4 here before you get to the top. Sounds like Justin Slayton will be with this team this weekend.
Yeah.
They sent Bennett down. He thought maybe they activate Slayton. It was Jack Anderson instead.
Line into right field. Abreu doesn't have to move very far, and he makes the play for the first out.
That'll be a nice addition when that happens. Of course, you got to get him locked in too, right? He's been out for a while. We had a couple of rehab starts at Slayton, so add another arm out there to go that back end. Just they knew he wasn't going to pitch tonight. So you bring in Anderson, whether that's a 1-day thing, 2-day, who knows what happens, but it's be good to get Slayton back.
Could be really important in that pen. Simpson going up the middle, backhanded by Meyer. We'll have to get rid of it quickly, and does. 2 up, 2 down.
I mean, this infield kind of plays 3 depth when this guy's, you know, he's not back at the edge of the grass. He's almost playing in the baseline, you know, like just past it. Guy's so fast, you can't be allowed to sit there. I mean, look where they're playing, the middle of the infield. Look where Meyer is playing him. That's like double play depth or even closer. And it was still like by a step.
Here's the catcher Fortes. He's been trouble tonight. Couple of singles. 2 for 2. Pop this up a mile-high foul ground. Here comes Durbin over near the stands. Right up against the netting, and it's no catch. It was up against the net. Red Sox want to take a look, maybe. We'll see. Crowd doesn't like it.
From here, look like it did hit the net.
Yeah, they won't challenge that. So the call stands no catch.
I thought the net, this is an out back in the day. Kind of could probably lean over. Pretty close. Problem is he hits the net with his glove, so when it moved, it was really tough to tell.
Those angles, it looked like he caught it. The naked eye, I thought it caught net.
Yeah. We saw the net move, but then he saw the glove was the reason why that net moved. It hit that first.
It's one where the net taketh away. Without that, the inning's over.
It's also one of those, again, 2-run lead in the 7th. Really want to chance it here, right? In a bigger spot, maybe coming up in the 8th, 9th.
Connolly with his 94th pitch. Fouled away, 2-2. Couple of solo home runs for the Sox. That is the difference in the game. Connolly early has been really good. And the 2-2.
96. I saw this from him a couple starts ago. Where like that the last couple innings, the velocity, actually there was an uptick.
And the 2-2 again. And in there for strike 3. And that is a career high for Connolly early. 7 full. He was terrific. 2-0 Boston.
No more challenges.
Presented by Ace Ticket. Ace Ticket with the best seats at the lowest prices. Lou, he was outstanding.
He was. He got out of that jam, you know, back in that 3rd inning. Just pounding the strike zone. 73% walks on strike rate. Career high 7 innings completed. Shutout against the team. 8 strikeouts against a team that doesn't strike out. And a lot of it at that 4-seam fastball, which had extra life in the 7th inning, which we've seen now a couple of times.
Durbin to lead it off. Bottom of the 7th inning, 2-0 Sox. And he's lined out hard. He's also struck out. Then the top of the order, Duran and Contreras. Connolly may sit down on Sunday. Probably not before then. A lot of energy. Meanwhile, Garrett Whitlock is up in the pen. So the Red Sox ready for their 1-2 punch at the end of the game. Trying to grab one against Tampa Bay. Breaking ball in for a strike. 2-2. And the 2-2 on the way. He slaps that to third. Caminero will gobble it up. Spin. Good arm to get him. 1 away. The attendance tonight, 35,052 on a Friday night at Fenway Park. Saw a lot of stars on the field, and so far a very strong performance by Connolly early and a couple of home runs for the Sox.
And finally a real comfortable night too. Just sit back and enjoy a good ball game. Not freeze.
Jarren Duran is 0 for 3. He is lined out and popped up. 1 man away. Red Sox bidding for their 17th win. Slow curveball got by him. 1-1. And Contreras on deck. Interesting. We were chatting with Pedro earlier tonight. The great Pedro Martinez joined us in 2nd inning, and you asked him about the other day what happened with Framber Valdez, and he said, yeah, I was watching it.
He didn't like it.
Didn't like it. And the guys who became huge stars on this diamond, they all follow the team very closely. You know, they watch the games, they pay attention to the games.
Well, and I liked AJ's response to it too. He's like, you know, we tried to play the game the right way. That didn't feel right. You know, going out there, it was just, he knows what his pitcher did. I mean, that's just weak. Give up a couple of bombs, he just drilled the next guy.
Down to get it on the backhand. Caminero will throw, but far too late. Now he's trying to argue that he caught this thing. He's talking with the third base umpire, Sean Barber. Barber ruled that it had hit the ground.
Once that ruling hit the ground, you knew you weren't going to get Duran at first once you hesitate. I don't know, Kevin Cash, and to me, it's one of those. No, that bounced.
Sure did.
Yeah. I always laugh too when people infielders are so convinced or people are so convinced. Like, you got to challenge that. And then you see the replay and you sort of lose some credibility, don't you? Like, am I going to trust you next time? That ball clearly bounces. And he'll see it when he gets in there. And
so that will be a base hit. Red Sox with just their 3rd hit in the game. But the first 2 were home runs, and here's Contreras, who's drawn a pair of walks and struck out.
Junior's a great hitter, but his feet kind of getting away at third. Like, he's just not very quick. You see when he hits a ground ball, he's not getting down the line. And because of that lack of a first step, like, he can't get to that ball or charge a ball, maybe get the ball on a good hop. Like you see Durbin kind of moving around out there quickly. He's got good hands and a very good arm. It's just his feet sometimes don't allow him to play that position at a high level. You got to be an athlete at third too. You got to play it like you're a shortstop, really.
Jarren Duran, 7 steals in 7 attempts. What could be a very big run if you should get down to second base here. Just 2-0.
It's a good time to press up 2-0. Put the pressure on them. Be aggressive. That's a second disengagement.
One man out. And Duran with the lead. Not going. And it's inside.
Yeah, Engler's pretty quick to the plate. Stealing bases really has a lot more to do with the pitcher sometimes than it does the catcher. He just sort of lifts that leg and goes. It's not a big leg kick.
1-1 runner holds. Little blooper. The shortstop racing out and will make the play. Nice play by Walls. Very good defender, and that's out number 2. Time now for a strong play the game presented by New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Only a couple hits early in this game before that Duran hit, but it was enough because it was a solo shot by Wilyer Abreu back in the 3rd, and then the next inning in the 4th. Jadon Rafaela got his 3rd. Put the Sox up 2-0. It's where we sit right now.
Wilyer with a couple of walks around the home run. There goes Duran. Here's the throw down and into the outfield. He's up and racing into 3rd and standing there with 2 down. So another stolen base and an error, this time of the catcher. And the Sox have a man 90 feet away. Duran kind of waving off Caminero there. Remember how Jarren got on when Caminero.
Junior kind of faked the tag when there really wasn't any play. I don't think Jarren appreciated it.
Yeah. So 2 down, a runner at 3rd. And Abreu will take a big swing and a miss and a change. 1-1.
That's what I want to see here. The stolen base. He's going to take off with 2 outs. He's going to risk it no matter what. But this throw gets into center field. Now there is no play at 3rd base. And Caminero, see how he swings his glove and throws it down almost like he's about to catch it. And when you're a base runner running into 3rd base, you don't think there's going to be a play. In the last minute, you see him put the glove down like that. That's where you can get hurt because you slide late into this bag. And I think that right there is more of the. I'll have a few words how he doesn't appreciate that. Get a guy hurt doing that.
Kind of waving him off there. Fouled back at a big cut. Oh, how the Red Sox would love to get this in because Caminero was trying to sell that he had caught a line drive cleanly. It actually bounced. That's how Duran reached. And then Jarren taking umbrage at the fake tag. And 2-2 on Wilyer.
It is a big run. Anytime you got a guy like Caminero in this lineup, somebody like Jordan or Judge, a 2-run lead is much rather have that 3-run lead, right? Keep everybody off in front of them.
Engler at home with a 2-2. High fly ball left field back toward the wall. Simpson right there on the track though to make the catch and retire the side. Red Sox get a man 90 feet away from home plate. Can't bring him in. Brought to you by buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com. And by Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. Red Sox ahead here 2-0 as we bring you the 8th inning. Dave O'Brien, Lou Merlone, and Tom Caron. Time now for the Ford employee pricing call to the bullpen. Whitlock on for the 8th. He'll get 9, 1, and 2. Bringing 96 out of that pen.
Yeah, that's really nice to see. Making his 15th appearance, but that sinker been a little different than the one we had last year. Last year, a lot of swing and miss. This year, getting hit a little bit more. Kind of living in that 94 range more than we saw last year. So it's nice to see 95, 96 come right out of the gate.
Aroldis going through his warm-up routine. I was chatting with some of the Tampa Bay broadcasters before the game, and they were marveling at the strikeouts, the career strikeouts of Aroldis Chapman as he moves up and up and up. Number 2 on the all-time strikeout list for a relief pitcher. And they were like, you guys are talking about him as a Hall of Famer, right? You're darn right we are. Swung on and missed. Good changeup to strike out Walls. 1 away.
Really good changeup after good sinkers to kind of set that up. Don't even worry about that sinker. That fastball getting by you. That makes that changeup that much more effective. You're right about Chappie. You know, such a good year last year. Loudcock coming in. He can't be that good again, right? There's going to be a little step back. Well, he's been pretty on point now for some time.
Diaz, a swinging bunt foul. Aroldis is 11th on the all-time save list. He's number 2 all-time in strikeouts by a reliever. 1,345, trailing Hoyt Wilhelm. 1,363. Got the save Monday in Detroit, a 1.23 ninth. Now sporting a 0.77 ERA. And 0-2 on Diaz. Hit by a pitch back in the 3rd. He's also fanned 2 times. Whitlock's 0-2. Got him. Struck him out. Back-to-back Ks. Boy, he's blazing coming out of the pen.
Yeah, no, again, 96 with that sinker up. Just kind of blowing it by him, which is really good to see. Because I feel like the last few he's given up runs in 3 of his last 5. Sinker's been a little different pitch. Last year, 31% whiff rate. This year, 12. Just not getting it by anybody. Pitching to contact more with that one pitch.
Tonight, real power, though. Belade has gone 0 for 3. And the Red Sox have struck out an outstanding hitter 3 times in Yandy Diaz. Only time he reached, he got hit by a pitch. Tampa Bay, only 4 hits. Red Sox have just 3. This will be popped up. And a play for Narvaez out from behind there to make the catch. And a real fast inning. 10 pitches. I think Garrett wanted that. Bottom of the 8th inning. Red Sox carry a 2-0 lead into the 8th. And Masataka Yoshida leads things off. Red Sox trying to win another one in the Fenway Greens here tonight on a Friday and look to even the series 1 apiece with Tampa Bay. Mr. Chapman is warming up in the bullpen. Yoshida 0 for 3. A 1 hopper to first. Aranda will take it to the bag. 1 away in the 8th as we toss it down to Tom Caron.
Thanks, OB. Change your lettuce, change your life with my hair doctor, Dr. Matthew Lepresti. Call 1-800-GET-HAIR. We know that it'll be Peyton Tolley tomorrow, weather permitting, in the third game of this series. We know Brian Bale's going to pitch on Sunday. Still no word yet if he will be starting or if he will be in the bulk role. Talking to Chad Tracy before the game, he said a lot goes into it. You got to look at strategy. Does that make them move their left-handed hitters around? But really right now, it's about what will continue the progress of Brian Bale. He was so good in that bulk role the other day. 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, both season high for him. And then Regis Suarez, as you guys mentioned before, they're giving him a little extra time. He'll face his former team, Philadelphia, next week. That should be fun, guys.
Yeah, which is a great sign. He did not have to go on the IL. So Ranger will be set to go against the Phillies.
Yeah, I don't know if you go opener against this lineup. You know, Detroit, McConaughey, Green, these types of guys maybe go that lefty to counter that. But with this lineup, they come right at you. With Diaz, Caminero, I mean, Aranda might slide up to 2, but
Trevor Story, 2 strikes on him, now 1-2.
Unless you just don't want him to face those guys and that the first hitter of the game, you know, be the 4-5 hole hitter. That's why you do an opener, so that third time through the order is really bottom half of the order. But it's not a lot of lefties at the top.
Going to be a very interesting call because it worked so well.
Yeah.
So did getting 10 runs.
Well, I was going to say pitching up 8-2 makes it a lot easier too to kind of be aggressive, right?
Sure.
And they were that in what, the third?
And he was free and easy in Detroit, and in there for strike 3. 2 down. Trevor Story caught looking 0-for-4 tonight with his 3rd strikeout. We'll bring up Cedar Rafaela. Red Sox with just 2 runs, but so far it's held up. Cedar got one of those. Home run in the 4th inning. Wilyer Abreu with a big blast an inning before that.
Yeah, and that's why even right there, that may have been up, but again, you got 1 challenge left. Leave it for the big fella in the 9th with a 2-run cushion if you need it. Right off the knee.
1 strike on Rafaela.
Yeah, that's not going to feel good.
And Englert with the 0-1. That'll be through for a base hit. He finds the hole. It'll wind up being a good night for Cedar, his 2nd hit.
Let's see with 2 outs, they get aggressive again on the bases. He's going to sinker and just stays inside of it. That's why you look at Cedar and you see that batting average, right? 275-ish now. Because he's taking his hits the other way. You know, that just gives you an extra 15 to 20 points. His hits over there.
Almost looked like a pitch out. Fastball away, 1-0 on Marcelo's gone 0-for-3. Red Sox were aggressive last inning with a runner on, a speedy runner. We'll see if Cedar is taken off. He is. Swinging a liner and a foul ball off the tarp. Well, that would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a good pitch to go on too. You know, after that first one, you're right, it is a pitch out. What are you going to do it again? You know, be 2-0 in the hitter. So he ends up going on this one here. 1-0 was a split, but a good pitch to go on. Marcelo just out in front of it.
1 ball, 1 strike. He's been looking to run more frequently. And frankly, he's been on base a lot more. Two down. He's going. And a chopper foul. Slow curveball is 75. Another good one to take off on. 1-2.
And obviously you'd love to get a guy an opportunity to steal that bag to get in scoring position, but especially being a left-handed hitter, you just have no eyesight at all at it to see the jump. As a right-handed hitter, you know, maybe 1-0, you take that pitch because you can see him going. You're willing to be 1-1.
Holding this time and swung on and missed, and down he goes, strike 3. That'll do it. Red Sox will strand one. We'll find out if they've got enough with Aroldis coming in. Baseball on NESN brought to you by Subaru of New England. Love is what makes Subaru Subaru. By Plymouth Rock. Auto and home insurance for Boston sports fans. And by Payne's Patio, making your outdoor space the best it can be. To the 9th inning we go, and Aroldis Chapman on to close it. It's been spectacular again, as he was last year. He's converted each of his last 22 save chances going back to July 26th of last year.
Oh, he's just been absolutely dominant, and this one here should be a nice little battle with Caminero, who facing 95 plus on fastballs, hitting 385 with a 1.245 OPS. That is 3rd in baseball.
So here we go. Power against power. Caminero on this one 0 for 3. He's hit into a double play, line to center and grounded to second.
I mean, look at those numbers. That's why you're getting him out on soft all day long.
Slider at 82. He's the number 3 hitter. Aranda and DeLuca set to follow. Red Sox up 2-0, 9th inning. And fouled away on a split.
See that? Even Chapman kind of putting your ego aside, right? You know you, but you know what you're dealing with. Gets ahead with that slider and split. Now you wonder if you're going to see 99, 100 up top.
The 1-2 pitch. 98.
I don't like it down there. He wanted that one on top of the zone.
22-year-old rising star Junior Caminero, 10 home runs. First time he's ever faced Aroldis Chapman. But he's heard about him. 2-2. Connolly early, 7 tremendous innings tonight. He can win it. And a 2-2 to Caminero. Hard hit. Down to get it, Durbin. He'll skip the throw, and he got him. Nice play at third. He's made a lot of them this year. Now number 1.
He is fantastic down at third base. He really is. Left and right. This is a tough play. He's out in front, but still big man hits it hard. The one hop, little step and a dive, and then quick release. He's got that throw down. A lot of guys try to air that the whole way in the air, and you short hop it, throw it off the bag. Just give me a nice little one hopper. Let your first baseman. Contreras was really good over there. Finish it off.
One man gone. Here's Aranda. He's gone 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. They hit back in the 2nd inning. They have 4. And the Red Sox have 4. That's been all the offense, but the Sox with a pair of solo home runs. Wilyer Abreu and Cedon Rafaela. That's been it. That's been enough so far. And the 0-1. Connolly early, and then Garrett Whitlock. Both really strong, and now Chapman through for a strike.
Well, it's the power of the home run. You only got 2 hits. Well, 4 hits rather total, but there's 4 walks in there. But overall, you're going to have quiet nights. Just 2 big swings.
Trying to put away Aranda with a 1-2. DeLuca on deck. And the big lefty, and a 2-2. Got a piece of it. Same two clubs here tomorrow afternoon. Hope we get a break in the weather. Peyton Tolle against Nick Martinez should be a good one. Tolle coming off a brilliant outing, the 2-2 home. He got him, struck him out. He humped it up to 99 to Fanaranda. 2 down in the 9th. Time now for our game summary. Presented by Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. Look at the line on early. High percentage of strikes into the 70s. Punched out 8, walked 1. He was awfully good. And the crowd is up at Fenway. DeLuca has gone 0 for 3. $35,052 the paid crowd tonight. Chapman's 1-0 pitch. That's a strike.
The Rays are only one of 3 teams in this league that have not been shut out this year.
Red Sox have 5 shutouts. 1-2. This would also be Tampa Bay's first loss to a division opponent. Chapman looking to pin it down. The 1-2 to DeLuca. And the check swing foul off first base on a 98-mile-an-hour four-seamer. 2 down. Tampa Bay without a hit since the 5th. Chapman with a 1-2 pitch to DeLuca. Again to 99 on the radar gun. Tampa Bay very few chances to score. They had the bases loaded in the 3rd, nobody out, and didn't score. And a 1-2. Cut on and missed. He struck him out, and that seals it. The Red Sox win it. Another shutout. It's number 6 for the Red Sox. That is the most in Major League Baseball. 2-0.
Well, they did exactly what you got to do against a team that's, what, 13-1 in their last 14 games. You got to pitch. And it's what Conley Early did here tonight. You hand the ball off to Whitlock and Chapman, and of course you need a couple big hits. Now they weren't in scoring position, but a couple of solo shots was enough. This is a really nice win for the Sox.
There have been a few of them lately for this Red Sox team. This Red Sox win presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. 2-0 the final, and stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. Alana Lenny and Will break it all down to big plays tonight. And TC will chat with Wilyer Abreu. Hit an absolute bomb here. That and more coming up after the break.
These have been hard to come by. You get the team on the board with a home run. How good does that feel to bring the park to life?
I mean, it feels amazing, you know, to be back at home and win at home, you know, it's special.
That's one of the longest home runs of your career. 2-strike slider. You went down and got it. Were you looking for the slider?
No, I mean, I just tried to, you know, battle. I was with two strikes, just try to get a good pitch to hit and, you know, try to, you know, stay the same, not try to do too much, you know, not too quick, not too big, and, you know, try to drive the ball.
You guys have won 4 of your last 5 now. You've been through a lot already this season. Do you feel like you're finally settling in and this team is starting to go?
Yeah, of course. Like I say, early in the year, it's just a matter of time, so everybody get back to the rhythm and the timing, and you know, the results are coming. You know, we can see, everybody can see it, so it's very good, very fun to play at home and win at home. You know,
your best baseball is coming up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, William, thanks.
Thank you.
Go dry off.